Hi, I'm Dan Cooper, grill master for Weber Barbecues UK. Me and my family have been here for 2 weeks and we're going to have a bit of a pizza session today. We're going to run you through step by step in this video how to make amazing pizzas outside on your barbecue.
That one?
Folks, there's 2 essential pieces of kit you need to make great pizza at home. One of these 2 pizza stones and also a pizza paddle. So I'm setting my charcoal barbecue up for cooking pizzas, and I'm going to make a circle of briquettes on the coal grate of my charcoal grill. Okay, now we're going to put the cooking grate into position. Just place that down. And next, it's time for my pizza stone. So I'm using a large grill stone, and this is going to sit centrally on the grill. I want this to preheat for at least 15 minutes. Now it's time to preheat my pizza stone for the gas barbecue. So I've turned the gas barbecue on, and I'm going to place the pizza stone into the circular recess. So we're going to cook this grill on a high temperature. We want to get 250 to 270 degrees, so both burners on, and the one in the middle is on a lower heat, just to protect the pizza when it's cooking on the stone. This is going to take about 20 minutes to preheat. I'm going to go and get some ingredients ready. So this is the really exciting part. We're now going to make the dough. So I've got 600 grams of flour here. I'm just going to add that into my bowl. I've also got 7 grams of instant yeast. I've got 2 teaspoons of caster sugar and 2 teaspoons of sea salt. We're going to add 375 mils of just warm water, not too hot. And I'm going to finish that all off with a good glug of extra virgin olive oil. You see, making a dough at home is super simple. I'm just going to place that into the cradle of my stand mixer. It's had 5 minutes in the stand mixer, and it's now time to let it prove somewhere nice and warm. I want it to double in size, then it will be ready to roll out and make some pizza. This has to be the most simple pizza sauce recipe. So a really good tin of chopped tomatoes, a good dusting of oregano, extra virgin olive oil, some sea salt, some black pepper, a couple of teaspoons of light brown sugar. And now I'm just gonna mix that up, and that is pretty much ready. So my dough's doubled in size. Have a little look at this. You can see all those lovely pockets. We've got a super stretchy dough. Next, it's time to make our dough balls. Just sprinkle the workbench with some flour. Then we'll grab our dough and just let that fall down onto the top, and we'll just make sure that that is nice and stretchy. So I'm going to make 6 dough balls, 5 or 6, depending on how big you want your pizzas to be. When you're making a dough ball, you want to actually tuck all the seams and the folds of the dough, all the creases, into the bottom, so you've got a lovely round ball. Then, when you come to roll out your ball, you're much more likely to get a lovely circular pizza. So I'll show you. Take the dough, make your hand into a bit of a C shape, and just push that dough through, pressing all the seams onto the inside. So there we have a perfect little dough ball. And we'll just repeat that a few more times. Alternatively, if you don't want to use dough, you've got these plain tortilla wraps, and they make brilliant pizza bases. Everybody enjoys eating pizza, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, a little bit of flour on top of that dough ball, and then we're just going to press firmly down to make that lovely circular shape. And now I'm going to gently roll it out with the rolling pin, always adding a little bit of extra flour. You see, the flour is really key. It stops the dough from sticking to the pin or from your worktop. Now, when we've got a size that we're pretty happy with, you can start to put it on your hands and just let the dough stretch itself out. And you can see that that is a lovely thin pizza base. The next job is actually to add the toppings. So we've got that super easy tomato sauce that we put on. Add a little bit of grated mozzarella cheese, lovely wet buffalo mozzarella. So toppings are optional. You can use whatever you've got left over in your fridge. I'm going for some olive, and also I've got a little bit of prosciutto ham. Have a good look at that. using the pizza paddle is really the only way you're going to get the pizza from the worktop into the barbecue. So I put a little flour on top of this paddle, and this is the key. Make sure your paddle is flush with the worktop. I'm then just going to shuffle that pizza onto the paddle, and you can see that lifts off and goes onto the paddle with great ease. So now I'm going to pop that on the grill. So we'll lift up the lid and place the paddle over the stove. And just slide the paddle out, and that's going to take around 4 or 5 minutes to cook. So inside this gas barbecue, I've got a beautiful pizza cooking, and that is ready to come off. Thin and crispy stone-baked crust, sweet tomato, bubbling cheese. This pizza's going to be incredible. You can find all the recipes on Weber.com. So join us next week where we're going to be creating an Easter feast on our barbecue outside. So until then, bye-bye.